I'm gonna eat nothing but boy kibble for an entire week. It's cheap, it's easy, and it's magnificent. So I wanted to see how I'd cope living solely off boy kibble for a whole 7 days. Jebote.
They're calling it boy kibble.
Boy kibble?
It's boy kibble now?
Girl dinner, men are now eating like dogs, literally. The viral boy kibble trend is taking over social media, and it's really simple. Ground beef and rice bowls. No frills, no fancy plating, just pure protein-packed fuel.
If you don't know what boy kibble is, it's basically every man's dream. The kind of thing we can eat 7 times a week and still be absolutely stoked about it. Very low effort, very high nutrients, and maximum convenience. But the literal definition of boy kibble is simply just some form of meat mince, rice, and onion. Usually beef mince, or of course ground beef for all you gangs. Firstly, before I start, we should probably lay down some ground rules. Rule 1, I can only eat boy kibble and drink water. That means no fizzy bubbly drinks, no fruit, no snacks. 2, life stays the exact same for me, so I'm not gonna change my training schedule or anything else in my schedule to try and cater to help me with this challenge. I'm simply just gonna do everything I usually do in a week and see how well I do living simply off boy kibble. And rule 3, the final rule, if I crack, the challenge is over. And just FYI, although this is a challenge, this is also a bit of educational content to try help you with being able to prepare healthier meals to help you with either your weight loss goals, your performance goals, etc. So I'm gonna make 2 different types of boy kibble to give you a wider variety of options you can cook at home. Number 1 is the traditional King of King boy kibbles, which is just gonna be onion, beef mince, and rice. That's the bone dry King of King variation of boy kibble. It's the traditional, it's the Michael Jordan of boy kibbles. The second variation I'm going to make, I call the luxury boy kibble, and that is a white meat in turkey mince, along with some beans, some corn, some tomato, some spinach, some carrot, and that's where I'm gonna get most of my nutrients. And if you wanna make a really nutrient dense boy kibble with lots of good micronutrients as well, this is a good base that you can work off. I'm only allowed to eat these 2 types of boy kibbles for the rest of the week. That's it, no variation. And it means that 66.6% of the boy kibble I'm gonna be eating will be the Rigididge traditional bone dry boy kibble. Pray for me. All right, first thing you're gonna wanna do is go source your ingredients. I did this 2 days ago, rode my bike to the shops and picked it all up. I believe it was like $60 or something like that for 2 kilograms of 4-star beef mince from Aldi and a kilogram of turkey mince from Aldi as well. I went to Woolworths to try source out some meat, but the prices are just terrible. Like Aldi is always the best for shopping for meat, or Spudshed if you're a local in WA. That also included 2 canned beans. I usually like to go for the 4-bean mix. And this brand, Annalisa, just because it looks ethnic. That's the only reason why I get this. It's the cheapest as well, but also it's very ethnic. They don't need to market themselves or come up with like an awesome marketing ploy. They're just literally like, look, 4-bean mix. Like you want it, you can have it if you want it, 75 cents. Some diced tomatoes, some corn kernels, all to go in the turkey one. And to be honest, I might mix some up in the beef one. No, I won't. I gotta be locked in for this challenge. Can't be taking any shortcuts, even for macro and micronutrients. Obviously, you've got some onions as well. They're important. Some garlic, which is really important as well. Some carrot, of course, grate that in. That provides awesome volume for the minced meals / burrito bowl things. Because essentially, all boy kibble is just like a super easy burrito bowl. And then spinach as well, that'll add a lot of volume and give me some good micronutrients. So I'm obviously not gonna be jam-packed full of nutrients over this challenge. I'll be lacking, of course. I also don't take any multivitamins, which is not working in my favor, I'd imagine. And it's devastating because I actually bought some fruit recently and I can't have that. So yeah, and there's also banana cake here that I'm gonna have to give to Sam. But anyway, we'll probably get cracking with this. I'm just gonna cook this up now. I'm gonna do like a dumb little montage right now of me like snapping my fingers and the cutting's been done, blah, blah, different sort of montage. I'll just organize it and then you can just watch and enjoy it. And then hopefully by the end of it, you'll see all my meals here now. I'm also gonna time this as well and give you a rough idea of how long it takes, because the really important thing about boy kibble, although it's a joke, it's so cheap. I'm getting 15 meals here for under $70 with pretty good macronutrients profiles. You know, a lot of protein, you obviously got your serving of rice, but also it's just extremely efficient and convenient to make. It shouldn't take me over an hour to make 15 meals right now. But anyway, we'll get cracking. I'll chuck some tunes on, get cracking, and I'll see you in a sec. Absolutely the worst job in the world. The secret ingredient, it's up to you how much you would like to put on it.
You want some muttons, dear darling?
Ugh, this just did not turn out at all kind of right, did it? This is one of those situations where it's like, go to work and someone asks you, did you meal prep for the week? What'd you meal prep? And you're like, oh, I just made like 2 kilograms of like the worst shit ever imaginable. So there's the cooking completely done. The rice is just in the rice cooker. I forgot to do it until the very end, which I do every single time. But here you've got your 2 kilograms of boy kibble. Oh, it smells that good. It actually looks dry, shitty, terrible, but you just know it's gonna be top shelf. Here, you've got the gourmet boy kibble, the turkey mince one, which is probably 2 kilograms of just the worst slop you're gonna ever eat in your life. Definitely went overboard with the corn, the beans, the vegetables, because I was a little bit worried about the micronutrients I'd get for the week, but there you go, it's pretty sloppy. So per serving, this gourmet boy kibble is about 64 grams of carbs and protein, so pretty high protein, high carbs, and about 20 grams of fat. And the macros for the traditional boy kibble, each serving are around 45 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs, and also 20 grams of fat. This is gonna be about 645 calories per serving. This is gonna be about 666 per serving. This will last me 5 meals. This will last me 10 meals. I'm gonna quickly pack this up into containers, and then I'm gonna actually get stuck into my boy kibble. All right, so here's an overview of everything I've kind of packed so far. Sadly, this is all the containers I really have, so I couldn't pack all my meals. However, you can see 6 of the traditional boy kibbles there, and then 5 of this gourmet turkey boy kibble. Turkey will last me the next 5 days. These others will last me the next 3 days. So up until Thursday, I'm pretty set. Obviously that's the remainder of the boy kibble that I have to disperse evenly, but there you go. All right, officially meal 1 of the boy kibble cleanse. Time for the taste test, just to see how it goes. That is compliments to the chef. Chef's kiss to that. That is unbelievable. There's a reason why all of us distinguished gentlemen absolutely adore the boy kibble, and that's just because it is unmatched and unbeaten. The convenience is just exceptional. The taste is brilliant. The efficiency with time. That probably took me an hour and 15 minutes to put it all together into containers and clean up everything as well. So super quick, super efficient way to make 15 meals, and the taste is just unbelievable. It literally tastes like a warm hug. That's what it feels like. It feels like it just wraps its arms around you, boy kibble, and just gives you that love and care that's been missing forever. Now, obviously it tastes really good, but the question is, for the challenge, is it gonna taste good the whole time? Even just by Friday night, I will have eaten 15 boy kibbles, and that's it. So the case may be that I'm absolutely hating it. Right now, I can't see a way that that's gonna happen really. It just tastes so good, but for the challenge, you're gonna have to wait and see. I'll catch you later. So rolling into work, I thought it'd probably be a good idea to check my weight before the week properly commenced, and it turns out the result was pretty surprising.
Fuck me, I'm way heavier than I thought it was. That's right?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know, I don't think so. Otherwise I'm fucking beefed up at the moment.
Is that a good thing? Yeah, I would say so.
It's right? Fuck. Alright.
That's actually some pretty good boy kibble right there. All right, it is 6:40 p.m. Monday night. Haven't had my dinner yet, so I've just done the 2 boy kibbles. Pretty tired, and I also realized, yeah, this is gonna be a big cut if I just stick to those 3 meals a day. I think it's gonna work out to be like 2,000 calories or something. So feeling a little bit cutty, Cuddy kind of vibes right now. But yeah, pretty tired, so I'm just gonna knock out a bunch of plyos, some core, some RDLs, and then some deadlifts to see how I feel. Hopefully I can do like a heavy 3x3 and move on to my accessory work. But yeah, pretty, a little bit spaced out at the end of work. Actually, one of my clients was on the leg press, and there's 3 leg presses next to each other at this gym. And I went to grab her some weight, and I went to put it onto the leg press, and on the leg press there was like a different load. It was, instead of 10 kilogram plates, it was 15. And I was just staring at it for 4 or 5 seconds thinking I was like tweaking, but it was actually just a completely other leg press machine with like an actual random gym page. So yeah, to be fair, that's probably some good anecdotal evidence to say that I'm a little bit of a space cadet at the moment. But anyway, gonna get this session done. All right, that's my session done. Probably about an hour and a half. Now I've just got to ride home. Only problem is on my ride here, my through axle for my front tire, the key must have fallen out. And I only noticed just around the corner, this front wheel is super wobbly. So I'm gonna have to walk my bike to the area around the corner from work where I think I lost my axle key. And yeah, then ride home from work. I packed myself a jumper and some gloves because it's really cold outside at 8:30 at night, but it seems that Sam took my jumper with him home, so. The irony in it as well is that like I gave my bike a massive 1 hour clean this morning because I thought it deserves it in our preparation for some more big riding events. And yeah, the way it responds to that little bit of added extra respect is just by literally shitting itself. So yeah, luckily it's not too cold. Oh, I forgot that I'm doing a little challenge right now. Energy levels are pretty decent. I don't know if that's because I just smashed out a really good sesh or not, but can't complain too much. I'm going to try find this right now with my light in this visibility, but yeah, I'll keep you posted. Oh, top shelf. Let me just have a quick try, just lack of memory of what it tastes like. That hits. Third meal, end of day one, still hitting. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm good.
70% of it's just boy kibble, just beef, mince and rice. I'm also thinking about just fucking around and like treating it as a cut for a week as well and seeing how much weight I lose from it.
What's your reasons for doing it?
Yeah, just trying to fucking get the ball rolling somehow.
On what?
Business.
How often are you eating?
3 times a day.
All mince and rice?
Yeah, so it's fucked. Technically right now I'm cutting and I'm not even drinking caffeine either. And I'm literally just eating fucking boy kibble. Yeah. It's just the fucking recipe for disaster, eh? All right, it's day 2, lunchtime. I've got another boy kibble, and even though I'm smiling and happy, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think this challenge would be hard at all. I just thought it would be funny to eat boy kibble, but I've kind of accepted the fact that I'm gonna only have these 3 meals a day, which totals 18 to 1900 calories a day. So I'm in a pretty severe deficit. So I'm feeling really hungry and tired. Full space cadet brain. Like my thinking's not very clear. On top of this, I'm not drinking caffeine. I'm just running off absolutely nothing. So this is gonna be so good. But yeah, I just wanted to say that the challenge is pretty annoying and actually hard, which is kind of mid. Time for a quick kibble check. It still hits. It actually really still hits a lot. It's 4:28 p.m. on Tuesday. This is literally day 2. I'm feeling absolutely dog shit, but it's only because I'm going on a massive cut right now. It's not because of the boy kibble. I still swear by the boy kibble. Yeah, all jokes aside, this has turned from a simple boy kibble challenge to a boy kibble challenge
but I'm also on like deficit, so feeling pretty shit, but yeah, whatever. It'll be interesting to see the effects. I might just what am I even thinking? I thought I might not do the cut part anymore, like once I realized that I was in the cut and it was going to be really annoying, but now I'm like, why not just do it for the vlog? So if you enjoy me doing this stuff to myself, just give us a like on this video or subscribe if you like this stuff and you want to see more. Thanks. Just knocked out a sesh in 30 minutes, just absolute wubs. It was just a wub fest in my headphones, but knew I was hell hungry, so I kind of needed to do it before work.
So as you can see, day 2 actually ended up being pretty alright. I was 2 days deep into the cut for the first time ever. The boy kibble was absolutely hitting. I got my gym work done and I had a pretty good day at the office, which was great.
Oh, all right. Beautiful morning this morning, Wednesday, hump day. Getting some sprint work in. So I do sprinting mostly at the moment. And I'm just implementing back in a bit of agility and deceleration because I haven't been doing it much. Nothing fancy, probably just a warm up and then probably 40 minutes of solid work, maybe 7 sprints, few decelerations, few hamstring, ankle based plyometrics. And then yeah, I'm good to go. Shit sleep again. This is the first time I've ever purposefully cut calories, and yeah, I know why I've never done it before. Firstly, because I never have any like true aesthetic goals. My body usually looks alright, but that's just a byproduct of like good performance training, not necessarily trying to get gains. And there is a big carryover between aesthetic training and performance training too. But yeah, I realize why I've never done it is because I feel shocking. I feel like hungry, and then after a certain part of the day, like my brain just doesn't function that well, and I'm just not sleeping well, which isn't good. I am sleeping, but I would get up in the morning and I'm like, I wasn't even asleep when I got up. I feel like I was just up. But that's it. We're gonna get some sprints in now and then head off to work. Yeah. Slippery. Oh, still hits.
Probably around 2,000 calories today. I think that's fucking hot. It's still too hot. It's a good burrito, lad.
Alright, I've had to revert to going to Woolies and getting some gum because I'm just that hungry and I need to like satiate myself somehow or make myself less hungry. So we're going this raspberry lime. The reason why I'm sticking to this cut part of this challenge is because I always have clients trying to cut, and so I really need to put myself in their shoes. And one thing I always recommend them is to get gum to try help with that hunger relief.
Right, so here's me getting ready for my first double up session of the boy kibble cut, and sleep was well and truly starting to get pretty shitty here. The body was pretty annoyed, and when the body tries to tell you something, usually you should listen. So I started off with some mobility and some plyos just to kind of move around and try to get the body up and about. I followed that up with some egregious hack squats, which I didn't manage to film.
Yes!
And here I was absolutely wrapped with my dinner because for breakfast I had to wait till midday and I could only eat mince because that's all I had.
Alright, I forgot to record it. I just had my middle of the week hump day language lesson. I do Slovenian lessons, and this was the part that I was kind of the most worried about. I struggle at the best of times with me noggin, and so I was really kind of like hoping that that would go okay. It went okay, definitely below average. Obviously I felt super hungry, had work, and then I trained, and then I couldn't eat. So it's about 2.5, 3 hours after my training session, I quickly smashed down some boy kibble just then, and I finished my lesson, ate that boy kibble, and now I've got to go back to work for a couple of evening shifts. But today was the first double session that I had, meaning like a morning session then an afternoonish session. Morning was sprints, evening session was lower body strength, and yeah, the recovery isn't that great on the cut, and the energy levels were just dog shit, like, to be brutally honest. I think also like a lack of nutrients that I'm not getting from just 70% of my diet being like straight up just beef, mince and rice. But yeah, like definitely annoying. Can't wait for it to be over, but the day's almost done. Just got to get through this night shift and then I'm good to go, except my mate is staying over from down south. Like usually when my friends stay over, I cook them dinner, but like I can't cook him anything. So I'm just gonna have to offer him boy kibble, and yeah, that's it. It is what it is. A friend comes over fucking to stay from down south. All he could have for fucking dinner is boy kibble. It's good though.
All right, so this is where it kind of was kicking in. Felt a little bit annoyed and frustrated and hungry just all the time. Although it's TMI, my stool is probably non-existent. Here's me trying to redeem my health and well-being with a bit of sunlight, which usually tends to work, at least mentally. I actually ended up getting into a really good upper session this day. It was well over an hour. I don't know why, but I could just keep the ball rolling. Some good plyos, some core, those single arm negatives, all that stuff. It ended up being a really good session. Finishing up a day of work in my training session, I had to go back to yours truly, the King Audi, to get some more ingredients, to cook some more, you guessed it, boy kibble, which I wasn't upset about. I was just hungry, so it doesn't matter what I was eating, I was more so just hungry and a little bit frustrated and annoyed at the amount of calories I could eat, not necessarily what I was eating.
I'm not joking. Seriously, I'm salivating right now at the thought of this boy kibble. I'm so hungry. Oh my God, and just looks that good as well. Really excited. That one looks way better than that one, but what else? Oh, this is keen. Even just the rice. That plain rice even hits different. A bit of the boy kibble. That is top shelf boy kibble. That is officially me for the next 2 days / 3 days weekend. I've also got one more left over in the fridge. I gave one away to my mate, so I'm gonna relish the experience, enjoy it for what it is, and yeah, just live it to the fullest. All right, today's just a leg day, but I was thinking that I wanted to chuck in a sprint sesh. But right now, my calves feel absolutely fucked from 2 days ago. So I'm going to have to get up and move around and see how they feel. But yeah. So you don't actually know how sore you are until you step out of bed. So I'll get up. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, that's sore. Yeah, no sprints. So the calves are, yeah, really tender. Walking's fine, but putting any sort of real tension into them, yeah, it's pretty sore. And I think that points to the fact that recovery is one of the things that actually hasn't been as good on this diet. Not necessarily because of the boy kibble, but don't get me wrong, if you just ate the traditional boy kibble, you're losing a lot of like important micronutrients, but more so just the cut on such a limited amount of variety of food. This is the first time I've ever purposefully cut before. I reckon I usually eat around 3,000 calories a day, and I'm on probably like 18 to 1900. So it's a pretty drastic cut of like 1,000 calories. One thing also I've noticed too is that on this cut, I'm doing all the things that a body usually would when it's cutting. So I've noticed my steps aren't actually as high, even though I've been purposefully going out and going for walks to continue to get my steps up. I feel like my NEAT's probably dropped as well, which are all common signs of being on a cut. Energy level is obviously quite low. Hunger is obviously quite high. Mental clarity isn't great. And I haven't had really good sleep at all. It's taken me longer to get to sleep. That's what I first noticed at the start of the boy kibble cut, was that usually I can get to sleep after like 10 minutes of laying down listening to a podcast. And because of that, I usually set the timer on Spotify for say 15 to 45 minutes so that it turns off by the time I'm asleep. But a couple times this week, I've gone through the whole 30 or 45 minutes and I'm still not asleep, so I have to restart that timer. So that's a clear indication that I'm not getting to sleep as well. And then I'm having quite a lot of restless sleep, which is super annoying. But yeah, Friday today, so I've got today, tomorrow, and then the third day, Sunday, that I've just got to knock out this boy kibble cut. And then I've done a whole week of cutting on boy kibble, and I got to be honest with you, I'm not bored of boy kibble yet. It's fucking unbelievable. I don't think women especially will understand how good boy kibble is for just your basic general gentleman. It's just fabulous. Like, I can't get enough. My mouth salivates every time I'm about to eat it, which is awesome. And if you were to eat just a boy kibble diet without cutting, and you did like mix it up a bit, you didn't just do the traditional one, you added the appropriate vegetables, and then you also had like 1 or 2 pieces of fruit a day, you're sorted. That's an awesome diet. That diet's literally better than 90% of people in the whole universe. So yeah, I'm not bagging out boy kibble too much, especially the multi-dimensional boy kibble. And so yeah, I think I'm really going to continue to keep it a staple in my diet, but a very universal boy kibble, not just the mince, onion and rice.
So this was one of those days where I had so much stuff planned to do, but I just didn't have enough time nor energy. The energy loss was really creeping in here day 5. I didn't manage to get a training session in, which was okay because it was a rest day. I had a lot of stuff to do, but thank God the boy kibble still hit. So as you can see, this was day 6 for me, and I wasn't really hungry. I wasn't too bothered about eating. I was pretty nonchalant about it. Could have went ages without eating. It wasn't quite that big of a deal for me. Welcome to day 6. I think it might be a world first, to be honest, but anyway, we're into day 6, and this is honestly the first day where it's kind of getting a little bit annoying. I haven't actually eaten the boy kibble yet for today, but I went to work this morning. We had SJs at the park, which was really cool. We always go to the cafe after, shouts out to Rowdies, have a bagel and a coffee together. And this was the day where I couldn't have a bagel or a coffee, so it was a little bit frustrating. And Big Crispy bought a Biscoff cake, which, she bought a Biscoff cake for everybody, and it's undeniably beautiful Biscoff cake. So I really struggled not to eat that. She gave me this little slither. Thought I was going to get a little bit more, but got that little slither.
Amongst like 17 people here.
I'm surprised if I got a slice after you get your hands into it, lad.
Which is in this cup, and I've actually just been giving it a little bit of a sniff, which is where, when I started doing this, is when I realized, like, all right, this is actually quite hard. It's starting to get a little bit annoying. Oh, but it smells so good. Anyway, the boy kibble. I just weighed myself. I've lost 1 kilogram, or maybe like 1.1 or 1.2 over the last 5 days, which is kind of cool. It's kind of good to do that as a trainer and reaffirm your own beliefs for when you do have clients or people that reach out to you to try to lose weight. Do it yourself. Remember and recognize what your thoughts and philosophies on the situation are, actually work, and then you can prescribe that to people confidently. Anywho, yesterday was an absolute write-off. I had a lot of businessy stuff to do. Had to go to the bike shop and organise a custom wheel for my trip. Had to go to the tax office and do my tax for the first time since I've ever had a business, so 3 or 4 years. And then I quickly got to work for a couple clients before getting home quickly to watch the Freo game, which was awesome. 10 in a row flag now. Today I'm weighing up whether I do a big leg session in the gym and then also a ride or a run, because tomorrow I will be going for a longer ride
And so I'm not sure if I want to go into that long ride with really sore legs after, say, like a strength session on the legs in the gym or a run. I'm babbling on a little bit here, and it's probably because I'm a little bit nutrients deprived. I'm a bit malnourished, but I'll keep you updated. Bit of boy kibble right now. See how it tastes day 6. I'm not bored of it at all. I'm not bored of it. It hits the spot. You think, like, in that situation at the cafe where everyone around me was having a nice coffee and a nice bagel, I thought to myself, I'm sick of this, but as soon as you taste it, you just remember how good boy kibble is. Anyway, so weekend's plan, gonna finish this. Gonna go do some work, maybe a leg session in the gym. Definitely a ride later. It's really good wind, really sunny, so it's gonna be a good day for it. Knock out this. And somebody was asking me, like, what am I gonna meal prep for next week? I haven't even thought about it, honestly. And I don't know. Maybe like some tuna casserole or something. Just any tastes awesome after not having much variety for a week. So yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna catch the last kind of glimpse of the sunrise, hopefully, along the coast. Probably cut it short to 30 Ks instead of 40 tonight. Next time you get caught doom scrolling, don't doom scroll. Go outside, run, cycle, walk, whatever. If there's a sunrise, sunset, chase it, you're gonna feel a billion times better. And sometimes it just takes getting out of the house and getting away from that just for a minute of doing this to really recognize and realize that. But this is the Warmborough Safety Bay Beach Road. Very popular running / cycling spot in Rockingham. I think best coastal run / cycle spot I know of in the world. So I'm just passing through the Rockingham foreshore, beachfront. Really nice spot to ride, although a lot of traffic. But look, there's bars, pubs, there's a bloody food truck festival, heaps of restaurants, which is just a massive kick in the guts right now while I'm bloody 6 days deep into this boy kibble cut. When you're really hungry and in a cut, your like sense of smell operates so much more efficiently. You can smell all the unique different kind of aspects around you. Like I'm getting a lot of smokiness because people are starting to have fires because obviously it's quite cold, and I'm getting like some good hot chips, some battered fish smells, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's definitely testing the spirits. Definitely testing the spirits for sure. Oh. One thing I want to touch on, I reckon it's absolutely hilarious how you've got Rockingham Pizza, the pizza shop, and then you've got the ATM directly next to it. Like realistically, we all know why people are going to the ATM in 2026. So they've just got to face like all the families at the pizza shop, walk up, do their due diligence and get out of there, which I think is pretty funny. That's it, all the only fellow cyclists. All right, back from the ride. I think it was about 30 Ks on the dot. It wasn't very fast. Felt all right. It was a good ride, good evening ride. Got yelled at 3 times, almost hit by a car once, which is kind of cool. One of my clients said to me the other day, actually, the further south you go from Perth, basically the more you get abused if you're on a bike. And I disagreed at the time, but yeah, it's probably true. The ride itself was pretty good, but I did feel a little bit bonky towards the end there, which wasn't good considering it was only an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm gonna have this, I can't even say I'm gonna have a good feed. I'm gonna knock out this small dosage of boy kibble, do some work, and then hit the hay, go for a big ride early in the morning. All right, just want you to see my reaction of how excited I am to get stuck into this boy kibble. I really still love boy kibble. I'm not joking, like all jokes aside, I actually really like boy kibble and it's still really good, but yeah, I'm not complaining, to be honest, I'm not complaining. The boy kibble is good, the actual cut is really frustrating, but besides that, it's all right. Just 1 more meal tonight and then 3 more tomorrow, and then I'm free. All right, I just did like an hour of editing and some other work, and I don't know if it looks like it, but my brain's feeling super mushy right now. I reckon my body's just saying,
give it a rest, kid. It's done. Like, you're not gonna get any more work done tonight. I just keep, like, I'm editing videos and then I just watch a part and I go, oh, I need to edit this part here because I said something, and I have to rewatch it like 6 to 7 times to recall what I actually thought about in the first place. So yeah, brain's definitely not feeling particularly pleased at the moment. So I think I'm gonna go to bed. It's 9 o'clock, so if I get to sleep in like 30 minutes, that should be a pretty good amount of sleep before tomorrow. Let's say like 8.5 hours. And then once I wake up in the morning, I'm probably just gonna hit the ride straight away. I know it's not gonna be great, but like, in the name of science, you know. Also, one thing I haven't spoken about yet is sleep. So to get to sleep was taking longer and was a little bit harder, and also my sleep was quite restless. I think I didn't get much deep sleep. I think I would have got a lot of REM sleep, which I could have probably tracked if I invested in some sort of tracker, but I'm not a cuck, so yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go to have a shower and go to bed. I probably sound and look the way I feel, and I'm gonna get stuck in tomorrow. One more day, 3 more boy kibbles, 1 more day of 1900 calories, and then I can't even think of what I'm gonna eat. Like, I literally can't even think of what I'm gonna eat. People today will ask me, what are you gonna eat as soon as it's done? Firstly, I'm gonna eat more boy kibble because I've gotta cook more and I won't have time to make anything else. And 2, that cake I got today, I'm gonna absolutely smash those 2 little smithers of cake. Slithers or whatever you want to call it. So that is going to be so good. See you tomorrow. All right. Oh, it's the last day. Can't believe it. I could easily stay in bed for ages right now, but I know I got to get up. So I think it's the ride that's just like a little bit daunting right now, because you just know it's not going to be pretty, but you got to get up and do it. But when you start your day off with something really hard, it's awesome because you win the morning, you win the day, but also it means that like you're starting your day off with something extremely hard. So you need to build up the courage to get up and do it just straight away. So it's 7:40 and I woke up properly about 30 minutes ago. I just can't seem to get out of bed. Just can't really find the motivation or like the energy, which is probably a good example that the cut is really kicking in and working now. So I got to find a way to muscle my way out of bed right now and kind of just get ready ASAP and just get out. All right. Seriously wish me luck. So we're an hour and 4 minutes in, 23 kilometers in. So not quite a quarter of the way. Not feeling too bad, not pushing it too much. If you've watched the other 2 videos of me cycling, you've definitely heard me stress about the importance of in-performance fueling. So with this long endurance-y type efforts, you really want to be making sure that you're fueling adequately every 45 to 60 minutes. Obviously, I don't have the luxury of that today, so I'm trying not to waste any effort, energy, or time with anything. I'm just trying to get the show on the road and smash it out. So I'm gonna go crack another 20 kilometers hopefully, and then talk to you in a sec.
A few moments later.
I don't want to speak it into existence, but I'm about 33 Ks in and I'm not feeling particularly great, which isn't awesome, but we'll see what happens anyway. I feel absolutely terrible. I feel absolutely terrible right now. I don't even want to look at how many kilometers I've done. I'm just thinking 1 pedal forward, followed by the next pedal forward, and then I'm just counting my blessings when I hit these decline hills. Oh my God, I don't even have the strength to bloody whip this. So this was actually a low-key, pretty good experience that I took for granted. The fact that it's the final of the big batch that I meal prepped before, getting stuck into that, and then the last boy kibble supper. You know, this was the last time I was going to cook boy kibble for ages. After cooking it 3 times in a week for over 20 meals, this was a pretty good thing to be stoked about. And surprisingly enough, I just wanted to knock it out and get it over and done with. It wasn't bad, don't get me wrong. I still
Love the taste and stuff, but it was just probably past its use by date. All right, it's officially 10:43. Long story short, when I got home, I ate and tried to sleep. Just laid there for about 2 hours, could not sleep at all, just felt really crook. Meal prepped some more boy kibble, ate my last little bit of boy kibble, and it's done. It's over, it's finished. I'm gonna eat boy kibble tomorrow, but not every meal, just one meal to finish off this meal prep. Oh man, just like that, a week's done. The boy kibble never wasn't good. It was always good every single time. It was just the hunger from just being malnourished. But I'm going to bed. I'll do a weight check tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm like a kid before Christmas, you know, when you just get super amped up and excited. That's it. I'll leave you to it. Good night. All right. Officially Monday, which means the boy kibble cut is over. 7 days of a pretty unique, interesting experience. And here's what I have to say about it. Firstly, I don't think I actually really got sick of boy kibble, to be honest. It just tastes so damn good. And I think almost every man can agree with me on that. Now, the traditional boy kibble, which was about 80 to 90% of my diet, which was just the beef, mince, the onion and the rice, still was good, but honestly, if I'm thinking about like, was this a challenge and could I repeat this again? Yeah, I could repeat it, but in a real life situation, I would actually want to do it. However, I would want a variety of different boy kibbles. So like the turkey mince one with the vegetables, the traditional boy kibble with beans and corn is one of my favorite, with a bit of spinach in there. You know, just a bit of variety. I think with a bit of variety, you can actually live off boy kibble. What was I missing during the cut? During the cut and the diet, I was missing fruit. The thought of like a kiwi fruit right now is just unbelievable. Besides that, honestly, I wasn't really missing any food specifically. I was more so just missing quantity of food because obviously it was such a big cut. The cut ended up being over 1,000 calories deficit a day from usual. You know what? It wasn't actually that hard to deal with. Like, don't get me wrong, it was hard, but it wasn't the end of the world. It wasn't like I was walking around half dead all day. There were components of the day and parts of the days where like I was really struggling and I was just super tired, but I could will myself to get a session done, or if I planned my day appropriately, I could get a good session in the morning. One thing I couldn't do very well was just work as good and as effectively as usual, especially without caffeine too. It didn't really leave a lot of fuel to permit good brain power, for lack of better terminology. So yeah, the working was quite hard. I had a goal every day to do my 30 minutes of language study, which I did, I think, almost every day bar 2 or maybe 1. I missed out on one day, which was the ride day yesterday where I low-key almost died. So yeah, the ride. You can't do a cardiovascular endurance performance without eating. Fueling and performance in terms of endurance training, they sit hand in hand. Without one, you can't have the other. And I really proved that yesterday when I low-key almost died. But yeah, it was an awesome experience. Glad to tick it off the list. I don't think I'll ever do it again. Personally, the cut was just because I stupidly didn't calculate the calories properly. And then I thought, you know what, let's roll with it and see what happens. I don't care about weight, to be honest. As long as I'm under a certain amount, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't really care how lean I am because I'm usually quite lean. But yeah, it was interesting to do a purposeful cut for the first time in my life. Just to help me feel what it feels like to do a cut for a lot of my clients. It's good to remind yourself every so often how things feel so that when you're programming and giving guidance for other people, you really know what it actually feels like, what you're putting them through essentially. But long story short, it was cool. I really want to eat some fruit. I've got that cake that I'm gonna eat, just the 2 small slithers from the Saturday cafe. Got a loaf of banana bread, I'm gonna have a little bit of that. But besides that, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna cook. But we may as well check my weight and see exactly how much I've lost from I can't remember exactly if I was 76 or 76.2 or 0.3 kilos at the start of the cut. But we'll check it out right now. I've got the weigh behind me and it's truly the moment of truth. All right, this is some full UFC bloody weigh-ins right here. Get the rig out. Socks stay on. I don't know how much this mic weighs. All right. All right. All right, so officially 74.2 kilograms. And I can't stress this enough. I did lose 2 kilograms over the last 7 days, just eating strictly boy kibble. But it wasn't because I was eating strictly boy kibble. It was simply because I was in a calorie deficit of over 1,000 calories per day. It honestly probably wouldn't really matter what I ate. I would lose that weight because of how big the deficit was. And honestly, 99% of the time, that is what weight loss boils down to. Obviously, you have to have really good training. Obviously, the right nutrition is important. But if those calories you're eating are higher than the amount of calories you're expending throughout the day, then you're not gonna lose weight. Now, a reason why the boy kibble was quite good nutrition for losing fat but maintaining muscle was because it was quite high in protein, and it also gave me a serving of rice, which was great carbs for fueling me at the right times for my training. If you were to just eat fucking Turkish delights all day, firstly, you wouldn't be able to train properly. Secondly, your recovery would be dog shit. And thirdly, you wouldn't be getting the right nutrients for the body to adapt well and responsibly to that calorie deficit. This is why it's really important to have a high protein diet which isn't cutting out carbohydrates too, so you can train, perform, and execute well. Because in reality, I didn't stop training throughout the week. I continued to send a muscle building signal to the brain, or at least one to maintain muscle, because you need to give the body and the brain a reason to maintain the muscle while you're cutting, which is a really important part of cutting as well. If you don't give the body a reason to maintain or hold on to muscle, it's gonna use that muscle for energy. You wanna use fat for energy, so you wanna give your body a reason to maintain that muscle and take away from the fat instead. But that's it. I'm actually pretty hungry. I'm probably gonna make some eggs or some shit, like nothing fancy. I'm gonna indulge a little bit in some banana cake. Oh, Oh, and those little slithers of Biscoff cake. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my suffering. If you did, feel free to give this video a like. And if you really enjoy our stuff, subscribe. And if you want to see me suffer in any other way, just let me know in the comments or DM us, and I'm happy to help out for your entertainment and to help you eat dinner every night. So thank you and take care.